All right, everyone, back again. Little bit of a delay, but I'm gonna go ahead and provide the update. A few weeks ago, I had the last chance qualifier. It's called that because it's your last chance to qualify for the semifinals of uh, basically the Bass Federation or California uh, Bass Federation. Um, had good chances to reach the semifinals. Just couldn't execute when I needed to. Once again, at state, fell short, and then with this event, um, just couldn't find any big fish. But it was at Lake Martinez. It was super hot. Beat the heat once again. I'm talking about it was at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's probably about like 95 degrees. So it was super hot. We fished till 12:30. That's when weigh-in started. So you had to deal with that a little bit. The first day, that was on to something. Used the frog right here. This is the guy, the Z Man. Super soft, easy to walk, and was making the magic happen. So I got caught quite a few fish on that. Just like I said, couldn't get the big bites, and I say big bites. The person that was leading after day one had like a 9.8 or something like that. So we'll just had a 10 pounder, right? Hard to compete when that happens. And then he followed it up the second day with a similar bag. So, but yeah, I think definitely had good karma on the first day. There was uh, a bird. I don't know the correct terminology, but it was a baby bird, and it was stuck in the middle of the water. I saw it flapping, and it just didn't look like it was going to be able to make it all the way to dry land. So scooped him up in the net. He hung out for a little bit on the deck of my boat, and then when we got closer to a dock or so, I was able to put him on the dock, or put her on the dock, and let it live its life. At least I hope it did. Like I said, it looked like it didn't really want to go onto the dock, but once again, we were able to coax it out of the net and um, onto the dock, and it stayed there. It just looked like it was waterlogged, um, maybe a little sick, maybe something did try to eat it or whatever. The belly looked a little beat up, but it wasn't bleeding or anything like that. So once again, like I said, that good deed that led into you know more fish catches. I showed you I was catching them on frogs, but I was also both days. It was a 2-day tournament. Both days I was getting them on this right here, this bladed jig, right? So, and this is one that I put together. Yes, I know it looks very similar to another company's design. Basically, I use their parts and go full blown Wesley Strader and assemble it myself. If I just um, buy it outright, once again, balling on a budget, so it saves me money. So after I'm done making it, when you add up the prices, probably about $5 a piece for me to make a bait that they're charging, or the company is charging anywhere between $10 to $13 for. So um, I catch fish on it. It vibrates a lot, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Um, yeah, I'm not selling it, so don't try to come after me, company. um, I just, like I said, I just put it together. I mean, Wesley Strader does it too with his, or what he used to have, that banjo or bango spinner bait. Instead of just buying a spinner bait, he would buy all the components and just assemble it right there. So that's what I do. It's a little time consuming sometimes, but like I said, it's you know, if I'm the cost of my bait is $5, Vice just buying it outright $10 to $13, I feel like I'm winning. Especially when you see as more anglers on whatever tour are dropping out before the season ends because of finances or whatever. The sport is hard out there. So anytime you can, like I said, ball on a budget, I recommend you doing it. Um, Day two was more windy, and There was lightning, which was weird because there was no forecast for lightning or rain or anything. It was supposed to be like 1,000,000 degrees both days, and it was. It was hot both days, but there wasn't supposed to be any rain. Uh, Second day though, due to the wind, I broke this guy out. Yeah, boop, nothing special. I'm not necessarily the best when it comes to swim baits. I'm still learning and getting better, but I threw it and I caught some fish on it. My partner rounded out, the limit, and um, he did a good job with that. But like I said, we just couldn't get the right fish to bite or big enough fish to bite. But caught fish both days. Didn't really have a problem with that. It was a lot of fun. Also, my partner, he has this rejuvenate uh, ice deal he's going to keep the water cool. Um, the water was cooler. It definitely affected. It definitely was colder than what was outside. Granted, I had issues with my one of my live well pumps. The recirc pump went out, so I just had to keep my live well on, basically just live well on pumping in, and had that going. Still was cooler, but we did lose a fish the first day, and I don't think we lost. Or yeah, I don't think or put it this way. The reason I lost the fish wasn't because of the water temp. It was one of the frog fish, and I hooked him right on the tongue. And as he was coming to the boat, I could see he was bleeding. So I didn't expect him to live long. I mean, we did everything we could, but it just didn't work out. But back to the ice and rejuvenate. Like I said, it works. I can't hold it. The water was definitely cooler, but on the same note, I feel uh, if it wasn't rejuvenate, or if you just, as other people do, like say you get a Gatorade bottle, just fill it with ice, and then as you fill your live well up, have that in there so that cools the the water, and then as that container thaws out, you can just pull it out, dump that into the water, or dump that into the lake, vice into your live well, because if you use tap water, apparently that's not good for the lake fish. But yeah, you just keep doing that. Ice, everyone knows the tricks. I mean, ice, same thing with the tap water, probably not the best thing, but do what you can to keep your fish cool, and definitely uh, a treatment is a must. I know some anglers don't like to use the rejuvenate, or for me, I prefer the G juice. You probably should at least put it in there a couple times. It helps chill the fish out. So remember, it's the game of ounces. Don't don't miss out on a check because you just chose not to do rejuvenate. But that lost fish did not impact us. Like I said, the guy who won it. Shout out to Jimmy. Phenomenal 2 days. 20 pounds followed by another 20 some odd pounds. Uh, you're definitely winning. And then shout out to uh, Chip and Charles. They bounced back second day, and they showed up with a 20-pound bag. So um, it was just the fish were biting. You just had to get to the right ones, and I just didn't find the right ones. But just want to go ahead and say I know, hey, the goal is always to go to the next level, to increase. That's what I'm striving for. I want to be on the highest circuit. Just right now, uh, you know, it's hard breaking through. Right? It's hard breaking through, but we're going to keep trying, keep at it. So those that are following, those that are interested, or maybe it's just something to pass the time and see what this crazy guy Nick Nitro's doing. I thank you for tuning into the channel. So get some more updates. Like I said, we're gonna keep plugging away. All right, tight lines. Oh.